Traders, I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist, RJO Futures, Friday morning, here to talk to you about the grain markets. We'll start with the corn market. Corn needs a fresh story. We had the supply and demand report yesterday, and like we say every week, there's a lot of corn in the world, and yesterday's report, USDA upped the world corn stocks. So corn really looking for a new story here. Perhaps it'll be ethanol or ethanol exports or some type of demand story. Maybe a corn derivative can cure cancer, something like that, but really looking for a fresh start. Our first chart today is the corn chart. You can see it's down this week. It's in very good support. The line on there is 200-day moving average. You can see that's right up, a good resistance now, and if we can get above there, that would be something here going forward. Okay, this year we're going to get less acres in corn, more acres in soybeans, and we'll know more about that as we get into spring. Maybe inflation, maybe that's a story that can jumpstart corn, but certainly with our Fed getting ready to raise interest rates, it seems like inflation is going to be hard to come by. So we'll keep talking about some of this demand for the corn market. The soybean market, okay. China's exports in February, the month of February, U.S. exports of soybeans was 5.54 million tons of U.S. soybeans. That's a $1 million record over the previous. So China continues to buy U.S. soybeans on a very strong pace. We need this to continue. We went 12 days without any USDA export announcements in corn and soybeans. We need that on a daily basis with all the soybeans that are in South America and all the soybeans that are in North America. So we've got some announcements here of corn to unknown destinations the last few days. Yesterday we had a nice announcement of soybean meal sales to the Philippines. We need this to continue. So we'll keep going. Yesterday's report, supply and demand report, the USDA lowered soybean exports. That was a surprise. So this report yesterday was bearish across the board on corn, soybeans, and wheat. Okay, the wheat market, again, there's a lot of wheat in the world. So yesterday, USDA upped the world stocks in the ending for the world. And again, we got a burdensome supply of wheat. Like I mentioned last week, Egypt, the biggest wheat buyer in the world today, continues to buy wheat. And the charts are going higher. So a lot of times these end users, these big countries, they'll buy hand to mouth if they think prices are going lower. So you got the biggest wheat buyer, Egypt, buying wheat. So I think that's interesting. So our next chart is the daily chart of soybeans. You can see it's down into good support. And then the next chart after that is the daily chart of wheat in very good support as well. Wrapping this up, yesterday we had crude oil traded over 1 million contracts in the April crude oil. And someday in our lifetime, front month corn and front month soybeans will trade 1 million contracts. That's just the way it is. The whole world's coming back into these commodity markets. Okay, we got spring ahead on the time going here Saturday night, Sunday morning. Daylight savings time, so certainly planting is going to continue here. They're planting in Louisiana, corn, it's coming out of the ground. All the news wires carrying stories yesterday. Corn farmers east of Kansas City planting corn. Everybody have an excellent weekend.